On local news channels today, there are many things that are similar, such as the sets on the newscasts, the clothing that the reporters are wearing. But there are certain things that shouldn't be the same.
Stories that the corporate media hasn't covered. But there's people like Steve Wilson and Jane Akery at Fox TV that are trying to expose bovine growth hormone in milk, BGH, and in dairy products, and saying this isn't good for you. There's scientific evidence that this in your bodies can lead to causes tumors in rats, and it can be harmful. They lose their jobs over that. And Fox, tells them essentially, and they sue for, getting fired for losing their jobs because they're whistleblowers, and they ultimately lose because Fox says it's not against the law to lie to the public. And it's not. It's an FCC rule, but it's not a law. It's not.
While watching these videos, you have to ask yourself, who's really speaking? The newscasters or the money?
In today's media, it's all about being first. But when did being first overshadow the idea of being right? So many media to corporations today, all they want to do is be first on the scene. But isn't getting your facts nailed down and being right more important than that?
Also on the plane crash, KTVU has just learned the names of the 4 pilots who were on board the flight. They are Captain Sum Ting Wong, Wee Tu Lo, Ho Lee Fook, and Bang Ding Ao. The NTSB has confirmed these are the names of the pilots on board Flight 214 when it crashed.
Clearly in this video, KTVW doesn't stand for anything. Good job, you're first, but are you right? Making a fool of themselves and ruining their integrity, and everything that this station stands for was more important than being right. Being first is never important if you're right. If you're right, well, that's when you and your corporation wins the trust and the views from your audience.
In late 2014, a famous show called Honey Boo Boo was canceled from TLC. Now originally, this was because of a ratings drop, but it was recently revealed that it was truly because her mother was dating a convicted rapist.
I mean, 4 guys, all 4 doing jail time, 2 of them child molesters.
Not everybody I've been with has been in jail, no. Not everybody I've been in a relationship.
You got 3 fathers, plus 1 that you are in a scandal with right now.
But corruption in media isn't only the real facts, it's actually fictional as well. In 2014, the Discovery Channel released a show with Paul Rosalie going inside an entire anaconda, which would be so painful to the animal that it would not be able to eat again for 20 years. The problem with this is that animal cruelty would get involved and everything would be a problem. So what Discovery did was they ended up pulling the show. So instead of being corrupt in their media and injuring animals liberally, they canceled the show and gave money back to the rainforests. Finally, some truth and help to our world came about.
You guys need to get in here.
Okay, who wants us to come in?
Well, I'm talking, this thing's gonna break.
Okay.
For some reason, the theater is the only place where lies are celebrated.
But for some reason, we accept them every day on our news. It's like if the news seems to tell us something true every day, even though it's just big media corporations trying to sell us their next big product. I wonder why we accept them every day.
Maybe it's just because the news represents truth. It's always been that way, but it seems it's changing very quickly.
In the spirit of corruption in the news,
We have implanted one false story in this video
go on Twitter with the hashtag #GetYourFix.
and tell us which one you think is false.